today I'm going to take you through the provisioning of Azure Automanage. Azure Automanage is a new service in Azure. It is currently in public preview. What it does is it allows you to manage your virtual machines in a very sort of managed services provider kind of way. So when you provision a virtual machine, you want to make sure that it has certain extensions and agents installed. These might include things like the backup agent, the Azure backup agent, the log analytics agent, the monitoring agent, log analytics and workspaces. Pretty much all of those things that you usually have to do manually or create some sort of task to do for you, Azure Automanage will take care of. Basically what it allows is a managed service provider who's managing, let's say, 50 VMs to be able to go in and just with a click of a button deploy a whole bunch of agents to the machine and see if they're all successful, and then they should be able to apply the policies within those services. So today I'm going to take you through the provisioning of Automanage. It's going to be my first time doing it as well, so I'll probably make some mistakes on the way. But if you have any comments or questions, or if there's something that you want me to do a bit of a deeper dive on, just leave a comment in the comment section below and we'll do that in the next video. All right, so I've already deployed some virtual machines. Quickly show you those virtual machines in here. So I've deployed one domain controller in Azure East and another one in Azure East as well, and I've put them in an availability set. I don't really know what's going to happen in the Azure Automanage, so I thought I might just put them in an availability set anyway, because the chances of it warning me that they're not, or that I'm not meeting some resiliency is probably pretty high. So I thought I'd just do it anyway. If we don't use it, we don't use it. I actually have these two turned off at the moment, so let's turn them on. And wait for them to start, because I think what might happen is when we add these two virtual machines to Automanage, we might actually be, or Automanage might actually send a client to these virtual machines, so they probably need to be on. Okay, so the VMs are up and they're running, and we can contact them. All right, now just for completeness, I'll just search it up in the bar here. Automanage Azure Virtual Machine Best Practices. So let's go to that. And we want to enable on an existing VM. This console looks a bit, this is the first time I'm seeing it, so it looks a bit funny, it looks a bit incomplete. Okay, I'm going to select the machines. Resource group, I have to remember which one I put it in. Ah yes, that's the subscription. I did give it its own special name. It'll remind me. Ah yes, Azure Automanage. That's the one. Show ineligible virtual machines. Okay. Alright. So of course the ones that I deployed are currently ineligible because the VM's location is currently unsupported. Alright. Let's see what's going on. So the prerequisites are that it has to be in one of these regions. It's probably a public preview thing. Okay, so our East US VM is now up. Let's connect to that. Now we have deployed our East US VM and the VM is up and running. We've been able to remote to it, set the network to private. Okay, so now we're going to go back into machines So I'm just going to leave the resource group as all because I only have one VM in the subscription at the moment anyway. I'm going to select, and then we can go back. We can have a look at these configuration profiles, which is pretty cool. In here we can see there is predefined configuration preferences. So the default configuration preferences include the installation of things like virtual machine insight monitoring, probably an agent, backup agent, Azure Security Center agent, anti-malware, update management, which is great. That one will help with patching and reporting on patching. Change tracking and inventory, that's an interesting one. I'd like to see that. Azure Automation account and log analytics workspace. That's pretty cool. Looks like you can actually create your own predefined preferences as well if we go here. But we'll leave that for another video. It also looks like there's a dev and test set up as well. Alright, so we'll leave this one as production. Select. Have a look what's in advanced. Okay, so this is just telling me that it's going to create a new Azure managed identity under which the VM operations are performed. Okay, that's great. Let's click enable. It looks like we can now see the VM in Automanage, and the status has gone straight to in progress. Alright, anything I can see about that while it's in progress? Alright, not really. So let's just see what happens then. Alright, so after about 15 minutes, this status updated to configured, and we should now be able to do something, hopefully. Alright, doesn't look like we can really do much in here other than disable it, which we don't want to do. Maybe we can see something interesting about the virtual machine in the actual resource. See, it's got some extensions installed, which is good. Didn't have those before. Recommendations, there's the monitoring capabilities. Looks like we have these things like update management and logs backups available to us now in the capabilities section, because obviously we have the agents installed. Advisor is telling us this meets best practice. That's probably just assumed because the VMs has not been on long enough for Azure to know really. We got guests and host updates. That's probably thanks to the change management agent that we put in there, or the update management one. This one should be the change management one. So we have a lot of features that are now available to us that we can use straight away, which is great. We should also be able to see it in log analytics if we have any of those workspaces like in here. So obviously I just need to enable that. I'm not going to do that for now. Go back to Automanage, change that subscription. You can see it's configured. It's default preferences. So if we want to add another one, we can add another one now. And it'll install all the same agents as the one in the predefined default configuration preferences. That's pretty cool. Would be nice if you could maybe, when you click enable, pick a whole resource group or pick a bunch of machines based on the tag applied or based on a tag's value. That's probably coming. Usually these things are released, or this one is preview as you can see, but usually when they're released they've got some more features and they usually continue to grow as well. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, just let me know. It's a pretty easy one today.